Hey guys!
Hey guys!
We're back with another sci-fi review. In this video we're reviewing the sci-fi original series Hunters Season 1 Episode 3. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Okay, first off, I really enjoyed this episode. It's my favorite episode of the season so far. That said, I do have a couple of problems with it. But before we get to that, what I really liked about this episode was the flashbacks. We got a lot of insight into Regan's character, and that's something that I've been kind of jonesing for since episode 1, and we got it here in episode 3.
Yes, and it proved at least one of my theories wrong. She did grow up knowing that she was different. I totally thought maybe she didn't. But no, she grew up knowing she was different. Her parents were different and they all knew. But now it gives us two more theories. That her and her family were outcasts from the normal society of the hunters, or there's two distinct factions of hunters. Those that that her team is hunting, and those that are just trying to live peacefully among humanity.
I'm leaning toward the second of the two theories. I think there's probably two different factions of aliens.
It would certainly make a more interesting story.
And I would like that a little better, and I hope they go that route, because just the idea that there's aliens living among us, but we don't know because they look human, and there's way more than you could possibly even think there is.
Yeah.
I like that thought, and I think that would lend to a better story overall in future episodes and seasons.
Yes.
Okay, the problems I had with the episode. It felt a lot like Predator. Which isn't a bad thing. It's fine to do tributes to other sources, you know, to do a Predator-inspired episode, totally fine. The problem is there's a lot of story beats that came directly out of Predator. For instance, when they found the girl, and then the team being hunted by the hunter and seeing them directly through the hunter's eyes. It was so similar to the Predator. I think it was a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, they could have, or they should have toned that back a little bit. It was really cool at first, and then stuff started paralleling Predator, and you're like, okay, it's too much. She could have just maybe kept the story different but have the feel of Predator, because they were in the jungle, and the hunters have the echolocation, so they have that weird vision. That was enough. They didn't need to add other stuff.
Yeah, like I said, fine to do a tribute episode. You could have followed Predator, pretty closely. They just followed it a little too closely. I got a little too much. But it ended on a great cliffhanger.
Yes.
Flynn and Briggs have to separate from Regan because Briggs is injured, and Regan has to go off on her own to find the alien, and she eventually does. And the alien's been hurt pretty badly.
Yeah.
It seems like it's pretty much on its last legs. It's going to die. And she finds it, and she reaches out and touches it, and then it fades to black. And it's like, wow, what's she going to do?
Yeah, and this is a different form of the alien. They've only seen it in human form, and they've never captured it alive ever. But this was not human form. I don't know if this was its natural form.
It seemed like it might be some kind of exosuit or something.
Yeah, it did seem like it is probably maybe its natural form. And yeah, maybe it's an exosuit, which would kind of be why they can make themselves look human. They can put on a human suit just like they would put on their exosuit.
The only thing that makes me say that is the head was a little big for them to be able to take human form.
Yeah.
Unless they're direct shapeshifters and they can change the mass of their bodies. The head was a little too big. I'm like, I bet that was an exosuit.
Yeah. It did feel like a suit more so than its body.
Yeah. Overall, I did really enjoy this episode. If you're not watching Hunters, but you watch our reviews, seriously, give the show a shot. It's really good. You should check it out.
I really, really enjoy it.
Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you caught something in the episode that we missed, let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Also, if you enjoyed this review, and we really hope you did, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.